When you feel like you're stuck in a rut, just find your way today.
What I found was that the term drone was taboo, for a long time. A lot of people that I was flying with early on didn't want to use the term drone at all. They were kind of afraid of it, and I think it was because of its ties to the military and all the controversy that drones have had in the military. So maybe we can transition from the term drone to droid at some point. I never thought that I was going to be walking along and have some thing floating along next to me like it did in Star Wars. I mean, that was, unheard of. We're on the edge of a wave that's breaking technology-wise in terms of this. Within a few years, everybody's going to have their own flying cameras. But how can you establish regulations when it's happening so fast? You're taking on a huge liability if you're flying over a crowd of people and you injure someone. So hopefully from the very beginning, there's a lot of education that when people first get into this, that they understand the risks and the responsibilities too. The more events like this happen successfully, the more the sport is going to grow. These guys were starting to get really good and really fast. And you go to the park and you see somebody else flying and you say, hey, let's race.
Okay, pilots ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
And it has gone from that, from people just sort of meeting, to something like this, where it's really organized. And as soon as I put that headset on and I'm looking out the cockpit of my drone, I really feel like I'm inside it. And it puts you in the cockpit. It's thrilling. It's really an adrenaline rush because you know that you're not just flying a computer game. You're flying a thing that's actually out there. You are really flying. On my monitor.
Race 1. Oh. Race 1.
That's me. Who's got my 5?
Yeah. First part of last century, suddenly everybody had a camera. Everybody was taking pictures of things. I think probably one of the biggest things now, and what my kids are so interested in, is the ability to take pictures of things from the sky very easily. Guys like me who grew up flying remote control planes, wishing that we had this, now it's all coming true. I'm like a kid again. I just love it. I'm so excited about what's happening.
Been racing drones probably for the last 2 years. This is my 4th official event. The Drone Racing competition is just around the corner from where I live, so that's pretty cool. People come from all over Australia. Even there's some pilots that have come from the USA. They're called a quadcopter. They're made from carbon fibre. They've got a camera on the front and a video transmitter on the back, and that transmits a live video feed back to a set of video glasses. When you put these goggles on, you see nothing except what's in front of you. So you could almost be there, imagine yourself with your arms out wide, flying like a bird would. What we actually see is quite a sketchy bit of video. It's got static on it, it might have rolls in the video feed, or it could drop out at certain points. You've got to focus on not pushing yourself too hard, but just taking the corners smoothly, accelerating down the straights and just not crashing out. I work at a local hardware store, and my boss lets us come in and fly in the timber yard. Got some mates that I fly with, and they come along too, and we have a bit of a blast through the packs of pine and over the other bits of timber and shelving, and it's really one of probably the best racetracks around. They can go anywhere from say 60 kilometres an hour to 150. It's so addictive. That's why I go out with my mates all the time, and my friends at work, they must get so sick of me talking about drones and FPV, and because it's just something that I'm so passionate about. When you turn the drone back on yourself, it's almost like a bit of an out-of-body experience at times. You can hear it in your ears. This drone buzzing around you, but yet you're in it, but you're not. So it is a really strange feeling, but kind of cool in another sense. In order for me to go through to the semi-finals, I needed to get either first or second.
This is a 4-lap race. We're off in 3, 2, 1, go!
I ran into the
Got hit out by this dude, but
Sorry.
it's all good.
Cheers, mate.
Unfortunately, that's racing, I suppose, but if you win, you lose, doesn't matter, we're all having a great fun event. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm going to keep practicing, I'm going to train with my mates, we'll be flying hard, we'll set up time trials, we'll do all that sort of thing in order to get my skills up there with the top pilots in the world. The more I fly, hopefully the better I'll get, and next thing I'll be up on the podium there with the big check in my hand. That'd be nice.